boys of ATPA, the super modified. Here's Ken Stout.
In the class of super modified, controversy is the word. Wayne Creech, of course, with the Dirt Dancer, a superb tractor, has been the runner-up the last couple of years in a row, 1998 and 1999. Of course, the Sorrento Cheese Company's sponsored tractor, driven by Joe Ader, is the defending champion in the super modified category, but the controversy, as you know by now, is over these. That's right, the Hemi heads versus the wedge heads. Rules state if you run 4 motors on your tractor, you can run the same blower no matter what style head you have or what style motor you're using. Everybody knows the Hemi head is much more efficient, and Bill Leschner has been the tractor to chase. One other thing I want to give you here. The guy that built this tractor is the defending champion, Joe Ader. He's got his work cut out for him if he's going to win a championship for the 3rd time in as many years.
Well, let's find out. We'll get things started right now with the Midnight Thunder out of Iowa. This is Jeff Paulson. Notice the engine arrangement. Really different.
Jeff has been trying some unique arrangements on his chassis. It's been working for him. Ran very good earlier this year in Florida. Going to come up short tonight for a full pull, but he'll set the distance to be 288.86.
Nice pull there, 288.86. Do you hang on to it?
Oh, you bet. Yeah, that was a real good shot. I don't think there's anything I could have done any different. It felt real good, got a good bite out there in the middle, and boy, she was cruising. I'll take it.
Now we had some special altercations here tonight. To explain all of that while the sled backs up, let's go to Ken Stout.
And the super modified category, of course, Jeff Paulson had a very nice run, but did not make the pull-off. That's right, I said pull-off. The other 4 competitors have all pulled across the line. Joe Ader, the first one to do it, followed by Tedder. Then it was Wayne Creech, and then Bill Leschner. Let me tell you something. Leschner came across the line with those Hemis screaming. In fact, he had already lifted out of the throttle before he got to the finish line. That thing was chugging so hard. We've got the who's who and a pull-off here tonight. It's going to be a blast. Let's go right to the action. We'll pick it up in the pull-off.
All right, thank you very much, Ken Stout. Here comes Joe Ader, the Sorrento Express. This is Chevrolet's.
It's hard to believe, but Joe Ader has yet to win an event this year. He's hoping tonight will be his time. The chassis is hooked in good. Joe just runs out of steam at the end, 286.12. That'll be the mark to beat, Ted.
Yes, but I think it may hold. Now, while our next puller hooks, let's go down to Ken Stout.
286.12, that's going to be the mark to beat.
Yeah, it's we still got more power to be found up here. It got to the end, boys. She pulled him right down, but I think Leishner's got a pretty good chance of running pretty good out there. We might have the other 2 covered, but it'll take a good run to beat him, and, you know, it's just that good Hemi power sitting back there, end of the class. I think he's got her sewed up. I worked a little too hard on that chassis when I built that thing, and it's going to be nothing to haunt me. It's going to haunt me pretty good.
I tell you, it looked like you had to work the brakes here just a little bit, too, on that run.
Yeah, just a little bit towards the end. Getting used to the horsepower. I like the horsepower, and it's a whole new tractor to drive.
Now, while Scott Tedder, Mr. Twister, prepares to hook up, let's go back earlier this afternoon. Ken Stout gave a special award away.
Mozzarella, ricotta, provolone, even shredded cheese. Do those sound like words that would be associated with a tractor pull? No, I certainly think not. Unless, of course, you're talking about Joe Ader, who has the Sorrento cheese sponsorship. Of course, Joe, the 2-time ATPA Super Modified champion, has his tractor looking awesome as usual. And one usually relates right to the other. I'm talking about performance. If the outside of the tractor looks good, chances are pretty doggone good that the inside looks good. If the inside looks good, this thing will perform well. And being a 2-time champion certainly says that this thing performs top-notch. Now, not only does the tractor look great, but, of course, his hauler looks great as well. These guys spend painstaking hours making sure that their equipment looks beautiful going up and down the road, of course, representing their sponsors and the ATPA. Brand new Mack. It's all self-contained, no trailer involved. He'll actually get this huge 4-engine tractor up into the back, climb inside, and drive all around the United States. And, of course, this is exactly why he has won the Lucas Oil Best Appearing Award for this particular pull. Beautiful tractor.
I agree with that, Ken Stout, but right now all eyes are on the Hartford City, Indiana-based Mr. Twister of Scott Tedder. 4 engines, they come to life.
Tedder has been the spoiler against Bill Leishner all year long. He's also beat Joe Ader several times, but tonight not going to beat Joe. 281 and change.
Joe Ader has the number at 286.12 feet as Wayne Creech in the Dirt Dancer tries to attack that number.
Just like we've seen all night long, a lot of guys going to the right-hand side of the track. Wayne Creech overcompensates and heads to the other side of the track. Gonna cost him the win here tonight, 275.14. As one more to go, Bill Leishner, the Dirt Slinger.
Let's see if he can do it. He has to go past 286.12 feet. He's on a good run, top, straight and true, right down one side of the course. He is dragging it all the way across the finish line. Look at that, 303 feet. Boy, he didn't just win it, he killed him. Joe Ader is very unhappy.
It is utterly amazing how strong this tractor is.
We probably run the slowest gear of all them guys. There's a little transmission on the back, and probably shouldn't tell all the secrets. We dropped a gear and hammered it pretty hard. It's just, this is an excellent track to pull on. Boy, the old Tristler-sponsored Dirt Slinger and A&P engines from Decatur, Illinois on this Jasper track is quite a deal.
I've got to ask you a question. Here in the first pull, it sounded like you literally had to let out of the throttle to keep from going through the fence.
Yeah, I was moving pretty fast, and you want to back it. The front end was up in the air and tried to let it down easy. We didn't want to test the frame and everything too much just yet. So we tried to back her down slow and started hopping a little. It's hard to back out when you're moving fast like that.
Real tough competitors, and I noticed that Joe Ader, of course, the leader up until you ran, came over, shook your hand. Real sportsmanship.
Real good bunch of guys, and, you know, it didn't hurt watching them, and they all come up in the front, so I knew to put weight on the front and drop the slower gear, and I've got the luxury of a little transmission on here a lot of them don't have, so worked pretty good for us.
Congratulations.
Thanks very much.
Looks like he's going to be the man to be chasing this year, and in a game of inches, he's literally putting feet on them.
So that secret transmission is how he did it. Here's how they